Hey, what's going on right now? You watching Casino is a Name, and today I'm going to teach you how to start your own trucking authority, your own trucking business with no money out of pocket. There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. No, it's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino is a Name. That's right, people. No money out of pocket. We're gonna talk about how to leverage your credit for your business and how you can make money by doing so. All right. First thing you're gonna need to do is you're gonna need to raise your credit limit. Hopefully you have several credit cards. If you only have one, you need to start applying for more credit cards. And you don't want to do this all at one time. You don't want to say, well, I'm going to apply for 10 credit cards this month. At the same time, I'm going to go down there and try to get a loan on a truck. And then at the same time, I'm going to go to try to go get a trailer on credit. And at the same time, I'm going to try to raise my credit limits. You don't want to do it like that. You want to get you 4 or 5 credit cards, apply for 4 or 5 credit cards, and then start building up the credit, right? So I have been building my credit over years though, right? So, but you want to start building your credit and get you a decent score. Make sure you pay on time. Try to never carry a balance on your credit card. Just raise the credit limits. So for example, let's say they give you a $500 credit card. And now we're not talking about like a JCPenney card. We're talking about a Visa or MasterCard logo kind of credit card. American Express, I don't really like those, but MasterCard, Visa logo, something like that, you need a logo on it in order to do what I'm talking about doing. So you have this limit. So let's say your limit is only $200. Every so often, call them and say, hey, can you guys raise my limit to say $500, $1,000? Now, the funny thing about credit card companies is that they don't know actually how much you make. They don't know, right? So they'll say, hey, how much do you make? And because you're a very honorable person, you're going to tell them exactly how much money you make. You're going to tell them you make $30,000 a year, $40,000 a year, $100,000 a year, whatever it is that you make. You're going to tell them exactly in real life how much money you make. Because if you by chance tell them that you make $200,000 a year and you don't actually make $200,000 a year, they're going to give you credit based off of the fact that you told them that you make $200,000 a year. But we don't do that. So anyway, you're going to get that $200 credit limit at first, and then you're going to call them a couple months later or a month later or 6 months later, however often it is that they allow for credit limit increases. And you're going to ask for an increase, and they're going to base that based off of how much you make per year. Well, how much you tell them you make per year. So that's kind of that. And then they still look at your history on paying your debts and everything like that. So you get that credit limit increase. So you go from 200 to 500, from 500 to 1,000, from 1,000 to 5,000 to 5,000 to 10,000. And eventually you have 4 or 5 cars with $10,000 limits. You got $40,000, $50,000 in credit limits, so you have available $40,000, $50,000 right there. So you also have been building your credit, paying things on time, paying them off, never caring. You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with this? So you raise your credit. So now your credit score is, let's say your credit score is 720 or so. So now you've been planning. Now this is technically like, we can say this is the 3rd step, right? So the first step is get some credit cards. Second step is raising the limits on those credit cards as well as building your credit score. The 3rd step is research, right? So you want to do as much research as possible to kind of know as much about whatever business you're planning on going into. And so we're talking about the trucking business. And so in this business, this is going to work best for hotshot trucking and not for semi trucks. The reason why is because if you don't have a CDL and you're trying to go buy a semi truck, that is considered an investment because it's a commercial vehicle. And so as an investment, they're going to want 20 to 30% down. And like, even if you're looking at a used $50,000 truck, they're going to want $10, $20, $30,000 down. And so remember, we're trying to do no money out of pocket. And even though you can pull cash off a credit card, it's still a much different process, much harder. And so we don't want to use no money out of pocket. So what we're going to do is we're going to go the hot shot trucking route. We're going to actually go down and get a dually, a Dodge preferably. That's what I have. That's what I chose to go with. But you go to Chevy, go to Ford, go to Dodge, get you a 3500 Dodge, get you a F350, 450, whatever 50s they got, or get you a Chevy, I don't even know what they call it, Silverado. I don't know what they call it. HD, Silverado, I don't know. But the point is, you go get you a dually truck and you get you a trailer. Now, so you're gonna go down there, you're gonna get you a dually truck. The way you're gonna get your dually truck from Dodge, let's just stay with Dodge. The way you're gonna get your dually truck from Dodge, you're gonna look for a Dodge Ram, at least a 3500, and you're gonna want the Aisin transmission. So that's AISIN. That's Aisin transmission. You're going to want to get the Aisin transmission, and it comes with unlimited, lifetime powertrain warranty. That's hard to beat, right? That truck should be less than $60,000 out the door, right? You should out the door less than $60,000, between $52,000, $58,000. But this is the flip. Guess how much money you're going to put down? Because that's one of the things they're going to ask. You got good credit, so they're going to say, okay, well, your finance for this truck, how much can you afford to put down? I don't put anything down. They're going to be like, well, you don't want to put $500, $1,000, $2,000, you don't want to put $1,500 down, you don't put nothing down? No. See, they always lead in with that you need to put money down or that you should put money down. But you don't actually have to put anything down. You can finance the entire vehicle. And so that's what you do. You go there, you finance the entire truck. They give you 30 to 60 days before your first truck note is even due. So you got almost 2 months there before your truck note is even due. And usually they allow you to pick the time that the actual date that you want to start paying. And so you have almost 50 days there to 50, 60 days before your actual truck note is due. Then you go and you say, okay, well, now I can apply for my authority. Now, you can apply online at FMCSA if you want to, or you can pay somebody who knows how to do the paperwork. That may be the best situation for you. I've seen those no more than $700 to do pretty much everything. And then you have to call and get your insurance, and you get your insurance quote. It takes about 3 days usually for, quotes to come back for commercial insurance, but you have about 3 days there. And then when your insurance quote comes back in, guess what you can do? Use that credit card, swipe that card, and pay your insurance. Your first, I think most of them want like a down payment on your insurance, like 20% or whatever. So you put that insurance on that credit card. So you're still out of pocket nothing. And you will have, usually if you're going out of state, you're going to have like a 21 to 25 day waiting period that you have like you can't leave the state to haul things or whatever like that. But you may be confined to your state to making money, but you can actually get started making money relatively quick. You get your authority. Your authority comes back. Mine came back within 24 hours. But I just couldn't. I still had to wait that 21, 25 day period before I could leave the state. So I had that. Then you also have, your DOT inspection for your truck. Basically, everyone takes a credit card. So you could basically use the credit card everywhere. Now, here's the flip. Now you still need I got a 40-foot flatbed trailer. You could have got a car hauler trailer, could have got any of these trailers. There are actually companies that finance these trailers specifically for people like you, right? Where you can finance the trailer and, you just start making a payment on the trailer, kind of like you're making a payment on your house, on the truck. And you may have 30 to 60 days before that trailer note is also due. So you could actually get started and start running and making money before anything is ever even due outside of the insurance. The insurance comes, relatively quick. So there you go. Anyway, make sure you like, subscribe, share this video. You know anybody trying to start their own trucking authority, trucking business, make sure you show them this video if you find any value in it. Next time, we're going to talk about how to get started in real estate with no money. Chip. There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. No, it's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino is the name.